What is it, Bruno? What is it? Good evening, everyone. It is Bruno. Oh, Bruno, what did you do to me? Let's look. He put his slabbers on it. He put his slabbers on it, didn't you, Bruno? What are you doing up here? What are you doing? You can't come up here. Good evening, everybody. It is Red Branch Bushcraft, very late, very live on a Friday night. It is almost 9 o'clock. It is my first live, I think, in 3 weeks because it is the summer and it's really. This is Bruno, in case you don't know. Bruno is a dog. Bruno forgets sometimes that he is a dog, and he likes to be like a human. Come on, then get your paw up. If you go, oh, I think he might be right-handed as well because he can't get up. No, my goat. Ah, my neck. You big, ignorant, beautiful beast. My neck. No, there you go. That's it. That's all he wants. He ripped me coat and he scrabbed me neck. Hello, Chubby. 63 degrees. How is it going? Bruno just scraped me with his devil's claw. How is everybody doing? I feel like I haven't been on here in such a long time because I haven't actually been on in such a long time. Well, Ed, how's it going? Change. There we go. Guys, check it out. It's 9 o'clock and it's stinking dark. Can you believe that? Genie Mac. I just thought I'd come on. I need to get back into the swing of things. Summer camp is over as of today, which means I have a little bit more time in the evenings. I'm very thirsty. I just let the dogs out for a walk there. It's warm enough. Autumn in a few days. It feels like, Ed, it really feels like it's been autumn for 3 weeks, doesn't it? It's been so crap. The weather's been so bad. Today was okay. Yesterday, this week has been shocking. Just such bad weather to have kids in the woods. And they're dressed for winter. Every day this summer, the kids have been dressed for winter. Wow. I would say the warmest day we had this summer was maybe 20 degrees. That was it. It didn't get much higher than that. Yes. Well, okay. Let us address the badger in the room. Nice. 9 deer. 9. So I put up a video about a badger in a wheelbarrow, and which I thought was quite cool, but some people didn't think it was cool, being people in my family. So they said you shouldn't really put that up because people are going to think that this is something wrong or bad, right? So basically what happened was Monday morning I was driving to work, and just outside Red Branch, there was a dead badger on the road. Now, I had been up and down the road a couple of times on Sunday, including being up at about 7 o'clock on Sunday evening, and there was no badger on the road. So he was killed overnight, right? And so what I did was, I hate roadkill. I hate it. If I see an animal hitting the road that's dead, I will stop and I will lift it and I will put it into the ditch so that it doesn't get flattened by a car. If it's already flattened, I'll leave it. But if it's fresh, I will lift it and I will put it into the ditch. But I had always been saying to the kids, if I see a badger, I'll take it and we'll bury it. And in a couple of years, we'll dig it up and we'll look at the skeleton and all, show the kids and all that stuff. Because that's the sort of stuff I do down at Red Branch. I have skulls and stuff that the kids can look at, and antlers and all those different things. So I basically lifted the badger, put him in the back of the pickup, took him down to Red Branch, put him into the wheelbarrow, and I was taking him over to bury him. And I made the video. That's it. That was it. And people were saying, well, you know, you shouldn't really have done that. You know, you're sort of promoting wildlife and all this, and then you have a random badger in a wheelbarrow. Well, that is something that we have done before. So yes, I would agree with that. Yeah, it was a bit random and a bit mental. I thought it was quite funny, you know. So because the thing is that down at Red Branch we make jokes about badgers all the time. It's like all I do is I talk about drop badgers and badgers riding on the backs of alligators in the river and stuff. It's there's just non-stop badger joke, badger joke, badger joke, badger joke. We don't have badgers down there. They're all around us, but they're never in. So what happens? Well, Pat. So this is why sometimes the badger jokes sort of go a wee bit over their head. Sometimes they freak kids out, and kids are afraid to go into the forest because they're afraid they're going to get eaten by a badger. You know what I mean? Yes, Tom. Yes. So that's what happened with the badger. Jesus, I just dropped water all over myself. So what I did was I buried the badger. I planted a tree on top of it. I planted the birch tree on top of it. And because it's in the shade, and I thought to myself, the birch tree will do better in the shade. I was going to put an oak in on top of it. And then I just went, you know, and that'll do. And so we showed it, took the kids over, look, buried the badger, blah, 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 blah. That was it. So it was a bit of a non-thing. I thought it was a funny video. So did like 2,500 people. So it blew up like only a short can blow up. You know, some shorts are fickle. Hello, Bruno. Don't do this again. Don't do this again. But in the meantime, there I was last week, and this big box turned up, right? To the occupier. You know, when you get something in the post that says to the occupier, you start worrying, right? It's either absolute junk scam mail or it is something from the TV license crew, right? And what happened was he is not interested. He's not very interested in fur at all. He's bird mad. Like if we walk through the fields and there's cows or anything, he ignores them. Like he's looking, he's scanning, or you know, he's always looking for birds moving, or he's in the ditch, you know, looking for something in the ditch. So big box turned up. I was like, what the hell is this? To the occupier, right? And there was a little tiny sticker on the side that said Oregon Products France, right? And I was like, what? To the occupier? What is this? And it's a 24-inch chain, 73 EXL chain. And I was like, what is going on? So I got on to Oregon, right? There wasn't really any explanation. There was no note to say, there you go, Wally, there's a free chain. There's that chain that you asked for about 4 months ago in this ongoing conversation I'm having with Oregon Europe. You know, but we're not sent in the bar yet or anything like that. There was none of that. To the occupier, very confusing. And so I figured out that's what it was. Contacted them. Yeah, that's what it was. The bar had gone out and had been returned to Oregon. Well, the box had been returned because it didn't arrive at my destination, and the bar was missing. So they sent back an empty box. Class crack. And that's about it. Oh, what else happened? I got a stove for the cabin, and I got 45-degree angle bits. Now it's a tent stove, the same as what I have that you would see on Red Branch Bushcraft. So it's a tent stove, but it's the one I did. They're decent stoves to put out a decent bit of heat. Guys, I got it on eBay for £80 shipped. Somebody had used it once, and I say used it once when that video that I made, the little short that came out during the week, I lit the stove, and of course, as soon as I light the stove out in the forest, it starts to bloody rain. But I lit the stove, and all the paint burnt off. You know the way you have to burn these stoves at the start to get the smell of the paint off them. Well, I literally lit the stove and you could smell the paint coming up, the fumes from the paint coming off. So whoever had it hadn't even lit it long enough for the fumes to come off it. So oh, funny that, Ed. You don't want to be getting a bar off somebody in the pub, hey, it's especially from Armagh. Oh my God, it's just started lashing. Well, that'll bring the kitten in anyway. It is, yeah. Well, I couldn't pat. There was a group of kids there, like, so. There's the kitten in. Hang on, I have to get the dogs in. It's lashing rain. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so this is the way our weather is going. It was quite warm this evening, and it's just. Cooter's in. Can you hear that? Can you hear that rain? Yeah, crazy, huh? Crazy. But wait and hear this other lost in post in information, guys. I have a company called. Give me 2 minutes. This is interesting. This will interest a lot of you guys. And that is the wrong email account. No, I can't find it now. I'm never going to find it. Promotions. Where is it? Where are you? Wild Garter. Not the greatest sounding of companies. That was a mistake. Check that out. Jesus. The 592 XP. I wanna be forever. Wow. So, Wild Garter. Let me see if I can find this now. It doesn't even come up as a full. Maybe it's some sort of scam thing. I don't know if it is or not. Owler 1 from Wild Garter. I'll send you this link now. What do you think, right? A company would just contact me out of the blue and say, I did. A company would contact me out of the blue and say, Red Branch Bushcraft, the usual stuff that they say all the time. Oh, we're such big fans of all your work and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you review this for us? And they are sending me night vision equipment. I was like, actually, I think I'll try some of that night vision equipment. So I got the pickup MOT'd. I got it back on the Friday. I filled out the information. Oh, Jesus, what did I do? What have I done? I filled out the information. I don't know if you can see me. I just hit a button now with my glasses. And now I've locked the screen. Okay. So. Should I put it on there? Oh, that would have killed me as well, North. Jesus, man. I filled out the application form for the emergency one. They rang the Monday morning, so I filled it out on Saturday. They rang the Monday morning, and they said that I needed to be in Newry for 2 o'clock. So I finished work, went straight into, or 20 past 2 or something. Anyway, went straight in, sat there, and there was nobody there. You can adjust them. You can adjust them. They're fine. Sat there, waited and waited and waited, and they were calling people in behind me, and I'm sitting there going, what's going on here? You know? And so they took me in. They didn't, this is the thing, Ed, they didn't get me to do anything. They literally got me out of the truck. Your man says, no, you just get out there and go sit in the waiting area. I sat in the waiting area for 20 odd minutes, and I'm just sitting there, and you know, people are coming in and sitting down and being called and going out again, and I'm still sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, I am done. There's no, like, they've just found so many faults in it that they're, you know. Anyway, your man drives out 25 minutes later, comes out and just pulls up, and I says, well, how did you do? He says, that's a great yoke. It's a credit to you. It's immaculate. Hey, Jesus, you look after it really well. I was like, what? Not even a single fault, not even a minor, nothing, just a blank sheet. I was like, I don't believe that. North, I would just go hide in the room for a little while and just not leave. It might be easier. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was going, right, I am failing this MOT. There's absolutely no way I'm getting through that. It was yeah, it was strange. Do you know what I mean? It just was a strange thing. And you know, and you're sitting there and you can't get an MOT, you can't get anything, you can't get an appointment, you can't get this, you can't get that. You know, you just, everything is a balls. The whole system is a balls. You just make it nearly impossible to get an MOT. But you can get an emergency MOT, no problem whatsoever. And when I turned up, there was nobody there, and the staff weren't really doing anything. You know, it was like, no, it's not commercial. Oh, it is commercial. It is a commercial vehicle, isn't it? No, it's a car test. When you book it for a car test, I think it's only if it's a certain weight or something. That's when it goes for the actual commercial test. But I know this is the thing, Tom. It passed. It's there's something making a knock in it that I actually think it's the canopy that's making a knock. That the canopy is maybe like a mill too far towards the actual cab, and that when I hit something, there's a little bit of flex, and the arse of it is lifting it up and it's tapping on the back of the cab. So I need to sort of have a look at that. Well, I'll take it back to the mechanic and let him fix it. But besides that, it's running 100%. Like, well, it was running 100% anyway. Like, but it's a good yoke. It's a good yoke. But the parts are so expensive, man. So expensive. It was 860 euros for a new floor in the tub. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's, I think it was about 1,800 quid in parts altogether. You know, like 800 euros is about $1,000, guys, ish. So, and there was multiple parts like that. You know, there was other bits that were, you know, you buying parts cost you 300 quid. You know, and it's all body parts. It's not like you were putting any mechanical parts into it. Everything was body parts. So mechanically, it's 100%. Touch wood. But yeah. No, it's fine. I'm finished summer camp today, so I have a couple of weeks leeway now. I definitely have 1 week next week anyway to try and catch up on stuff. To try and get the windows in and or try and start the windows and maybe get some camping done and get at least one other window put into the cabin. But it's sort of like everything sort of is sort of stuck. So I need to get insulation. I need to get 4x2s, right? And until I get an insulation and 4x2s, there's not really any point in going further with what I have in the cabin. And I can't put the stove in until I do all that, or I might just put the stove in anyway. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. And then I'm sort of thinking, well, I don't want to put the stove in and do all that until I clear the cabin out into the shed. The new shed that I'm building that wasn't supposed to be a shed, was supposed to be a classroom, which is going to turn into a shed now. And I've decided to build 2 sleeping shelters out of the wood that I'm harvesting from the forest. So I'm going to make it out of 4 logs. I'm going to make it about 9 foot by 9 foot, I think. I'm going to make it out of 4 logs, and then I'm going to make the frame lean-to roof. It's sort of the same as what I did with the other things, but a lower, more squat. Like the way I said that, squat. Yeah, this is the thing, Ed. Like on the forums, they are just giving out. You got it, North boy. Jesus, man. Exciting times. Great for the county. It'll be great for the county for 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Grant, how's it going? Great game. Squat. For Woolly's Mad World subscribers, I don't know if there is any is out there. I'm in the process of finishing up a 75 hard video. I don't know if you've ever heard of 75 hard, but I've been doing 75 hard for the last 68 days. 68 days. So that will be coming up. It's not going to be much to the video. This is why I drink out of this, because this holds 1 liter of water and I have to drink 4.5 liters of water a day. So this actually holds more than 1 liter of water. It's like 40 ounces or something. It makes it easier for me to count what I'm drinking over the day. So part of the 75 hard is you have to do it for 75 days. You have to do 2 workouts a day. You have to go on a diet. You have to no drinking or cheat meals, and you have to read 10 pages a day, and you have to take progress photographs every single day. So I've been doing that for like 68 days, and drinking you have to drink 1 gallon of water, which is about 4.5 liters. So turns out I drink about 7 liters of water a day every single day. I'm basically a fish. So this is it, and you really notice it when you don't. This is the thing. The comments are here, the camera's there. Kieran, how's it going? It gets retired back into the cupboard. It only comes out every so often. It's not to Ed. At the start, it was tough. It's sort of like it's not tough. You're trying to fit it in is tough. Trying to, So I had to come up with a bit of a schedule. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I do a workout, and then I do some meditation, and then I would make my breakfast at about maybe 7:30, and I have a protein shake and stuff like that, and all my multivitamins, and then I'd have scrambled egg and stuff, and then I would read for 15 minutes, and then I would get the kids up and go on with my day and stuff like that. So, but I sort of it's 75 hard, but you have to do 2 workouts, but one of them has to be outdoors. Yes. But I took the dogs for an hour's walk every evening. That's what I did. Or I put a rucksack on and went rucking once. So it's okay actually. Once you sort of come up with a schedule, it's fine. But there was we went out for dinner last week, and it's the diet. The main thing was the diet. Now I didn't do a really restrictive diet. I basically went, I am going to stop eating crap. that was my diet. So portion control. And what I did was no crisps, no buns, no biscuits, no cake, no ice cream, anything like that. AJ, how's it going? No pizzas, anything that was a complex carbohydrate that had a lot of ingredients in it, I stopped eating, pretty much. So, did it work? I don't know. You'll have to watch the video to find out. And no beer and no alcohol, which is fine because I don't do that crap anyway. So, you know yourself. Yeah, guys, look. I am going to leave her there as well. I only just want. I meant to come on at 8 o'clock, but I got held up with dinner and stuff, and the kids were out, so I had to wait and they came back. But this is the thing. So you sort of end up going for, because it's got dark, you end up going for a walk like now. So I'm out with a head torch and stuff like that, and high vis vest on, tramping around the roads of South Armagh. So it's there's a bit of dedication there, you know. Which is nice. And I dipped as well. So I dipped every second. I did kettlebells one day and I did calisthenics the next day for my workouts. But every Thursday I did yoga. But so when I'm doing the calisthenics, I would go out and I'd get into the dipping tub, which is still tough. Even though it's about 15 degrees, the water's about 15 degrees, getting into that at 6 o'clock in the morning is still tough. And from now on, getting into it at 6 o'clock in the morning is going to be dark. So, bloody summer's gone already, man. Summer's gone already. Yeah, cheers, North. And I will get more regular with these lives as well. They can be a little bit of hit and miss. If I don't do them regularly, I think you guys don't get the notifications, so then there's less people on, and then it sort of feels like a bit of a chore because you know, which is not the way that I should be thinking about it. But sometimes it's hard not to, you know. So you should, I should be here for one person. Do you know what I mean? So, but look, that's it. The more of these, and look, I really want to get down and start milling, you know, and getting some milling done and figuring out some stuff and building some cool shelters and all, and using the live edge wood that I'm making. So I know Tom hasn't bloody started yet, but anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Armagh All Ireland Champions 2024. Stay frosty.